Hi everyone, and welcome to our specialty class. I hope you've got your cup of tea with you. I only just got around to making mine. It's been a bit busy. I've been doing scrapbook layouts this afternoon for our scrapbook class that's coming up. And yeah, it's been a bit busy. That's okay. If you come on, don't forget to say hello, leave your name. And if you're a newbie, leave where you're from. Hi Tanya, how are you? Good to see you on. It's good to see you. You got your cuppa? Well, we are going to do a little Halloween treat box today, which is quite cute. So we're going to do a little monster first, and then if we get time, we'll do a little cat. But we'll see. We'll see how we go for time, because I want to do the box with you and show you how to do that. Just give everyone a couple of minutes to come on, and if they don't come on, then we'll get going. Are you on holidays? Oh. How long have you got? How long have you got on holidays, Tan? Are you going away? No, you're not on holidays? Oh well. Be nice to. Nice to be on holidays. Oh, you have? You got a week? You got a week off? Well, that's lovely. Be nice if we had a little bit more warmer weather in that week that you could get out and do a little bit. But anyhow, I'm going to get started because time goes really fast and I've got a lot to share with you. And if you come on and you're watching the replay, hello. Don't forget to say hello. I'm sort of thinking I might go with a purple box. What do you reckon? So the base is 21 centimetres, which is the width of our cardstock. That one's a little bit longer. I'm just going to say that's 8. Well, this piece is 8 centimetres, so that's how wide I want it. Let's see if it's 21. I think it's a bit longer than 21. It is, so I'm just going to trim it off. Okay. So we need a piece of cardstock. This is to make the little box. Okay, so you want a piece of cardstock, which is 21 centimetres, which is the width of our A4 paper, by 8 centimetres. You're going to put the 21 centimetres in and score. So you're going to score it first at 3.5. So come into your 3.5, which is the biggest one between your 3 and your 5, and score. And then lift it up and bring it along to 9 centimetres. Okay, so make sure you line it up on 9. And score, and then you're going to do 12.5. So line it up between the biggest one between the 13 and the 12, which is a 0.5. And then we're going to open our ruler and we're going to measure it at 18 centimetres. So right here over here on the 18. Okay, then we're going to close that. And we're going to turn it around to the narrow edge now, the 8 centimetre edge, and we're going to score it at 3.5. So I like to line it up over this side of so my cardstock's flat, so it's not laying off. I like to line it up over this side, so 3.5, which is the 3 in the next big one along, which is the half. 3.5. Okay, that's all our scoring done. So we're going to grab our bone folder and we're going to score all our score marks. This is a nice little treat box for Halloween if you're into giving out treats for Halloween and you want to make something, this is really sweet to make. It's also really cool to do for Christmas. Okay, so you can sort of see now we've got a little bit bigger edge and a smaller edge. So the smaller edge we're going to do some cutting on. Okay, so we're going to cut up on our score line to that score line. I'm going to cut there. And there. And there. And there. So this makes our little box. Excuse me for a minute. I woke up with a blood nose this morning and it just won't stop bleeding. So we do not want blood down on our cardstock. So this folds up really, really easy. Okay, so you've got this side goes underneath and this side lines up to that score line. Okay, so this is your smaller piece here. Your smaller piece here. Okay, this smaller piece, we're going to put some glue on. This is not as wide as the others. You can sort of see if I lined them up on the scores lines together, there's a little smaller piece. So this is your smaller piece that you're going to put the glue on. So you're going to line it right up over here to the fold line. So line him up to the fold line. I like the liquid glue because you can move him around a little bit. And then you're going to bring the two on the inside, those little flaps in. So you'll have the little flaps in there. And then you'll bring down your bigger ones. This will make your box. Okay. So I'm going to put some glue on here. You can glue underneath if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Okay. Hi, Krista. Good to see you on. So this is our little box now. Now this fits like little Freddo frogs in it or whatever you want to put in. Just scratch your bone folder. This is a great little tip. And come in and rub from the bottom, from the inside. That helps glue that down nicely. Okay, so we've got our little box made. So now we've used the pot. This is the pot out of the Halloween one here. So poisons and spells. So I'm just using the die cut one. Okay, and this is going to go on here. But I'm going to use the green one on this one first. Okay, so let's decorate him up. Now I've cut out a handle which I'm going to use as the mouth. So I'm going to stick my mouth on first. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue. So this little die is in with the dies. Okay, and it's a cute little one you can use like for a mouth. Then I'm going to use the black one for like the monster's head. So this one's our monster. And I'm just going to add some glue on our ears here and here. And then a little bit, turn it around, on the bottom of these here. So I'm just going to add his hair. So at the moment we've got the little monster's hair, we've got his mouth. Now we're going to bring in some eyes. Now I was looking at the eyes and we've got these big eyes that you can use from a punch, and I was thinking they're just a little bit too big. I was thinking they might be a little bit too big. But then I was looking at the white ones that could go inside it, and I was thinking, well, they're not too bad. So these are out of the dies. And so is the white, and it's got the little split, so that works in really well. You can have that little split wherever you want. So I thought, well, they're not too bad actually. So I went with the bigger little punch circle, which was a 3/4 of a punch circle, the 3/4 one. And then I cut out the circle from out of the dies, and it's got the little bit here, so you can sort of work out whether you want that line down. Now, just stick them on first, and you can have a play around to see how you want your little monster to look. Because he'll look different depending on how you arrange his eyes. Okay, so this one looks like he's looking down. So if you bring your eyes around to the side, and this one around to the side, he looks like he's looking over that way. So you can just play around with him. Now we're going to put a little bit of a ribbon on him, a little bit of a bow, and we're going to come back with our nice glitter. I'm just going to pull out another piece of this, so we'll just sit that there for a minute. Now, this is going to be one of my go-to ribbons, I think. I'm really enjoying this silver ribbon. Where did I put him though? I had him sitting here just a minute. Oh, it's in front of me. And you're going, it's in front of you, Teresa. So I'm just going to do a little bit, because I'm going to do a bow this time. So I'm just going to tie a bow. I'm not going to tie it around him. So I'm just going to colour a little bit. Now you can colour this whatever colour you want. So we've got a purple Oasis type box. So you could come in with an Oasis type pen, or you can just come in with a black. I'm sort of thinking I might just go black on this, but you can go whatever colour you want, because I've got all the rest of these features in black. Yep, basic black. So I just want to do a bow, so I'm just going to colour this. Now say for instance you wanted to add some markings on one of these cats along here. Okay, you could bring in your ribbon and bring in some markings on it as well, so you can do that Halloween-y type thing on, a little bit rustic looking, witchy sort of craft look. Okay, let's see if that's long enough. Now, if you want to make sure it's dry, give it a few minutes to dry, and then just grab a tissue and rub it across. It usually is not too bad because it is alcohol. And I'm going to tie this before I cut it so that I can make sure I've got enough. And if I haven't, then I can do a little bit more. So I just want the bow reasonably small. And a little bit of white and a little bit of black. Okay, so when you pull it little, and pull this side little, you get that nice little one. So I'm just going to put them together and just go up, and I've got that nice little bow now. And he's got a bit of sparkle on him, which all kids love, a bit of sparkle. Oh, that's a bit crooked. Let's cut him off nice and straight. Now you can please yourself if you colour that bit in black, or you can leave it white, whichever colour, but I'm going to just colour it in black. Okay, so this is going to go, oh, I need to stick his eyes down. I've got to work out which way I want his eyes. So another thing you can do with his eyes too, I like him to look one way. I think we'll make him look that way. The other thing you can do with the eyes is you can put half lids on them as well. Okay, so I'll show you that in 1 minute. Now let's put this here. Have his eyes going to the side. And I love that they got that little bit cut out already, because they're bubbles, but I'm using them for eyes. So if you wanted to do a half an eye, what you'd do is you'd grab another black piece. I'm sure I've got another black piece sitting here on my paper, sitting right here. Yes. Okay, one where I did the cat. So just punch out another black and just cut it in half. And then you've sort of made a little lid to go over the eye, which I like. So you can put the little lids over the eye. So just glue this on. How are we going for time? Time goes so fast, and I sort of don't time myself in. I haven't made one yet. This is the first time I've made one. I've sort of cut out the pieces that I wanted, that I thought that I'd want. I cut out a lot of pieces because I really didn't know what I wanted. But it's so handy to... Okay, so he's going to go on our box now, here. So just make sure he stands up on the box. Now, I'm going to just put dimensions on the box because that's going to make it easy, or you can glue the box. Let's just glue the box. You can glue or you can dimension, whichever way you want to do it. And then you're going to line up the bottom. I'm just going to sit it there. The glue's on that side. And then I'm just going to line this up. It's a really cute little box, this, it really is. Okay. And then I'm just going to put my little bow up in the hair. You can colour this bit if you want to. You can do all sorts of things. You can put the bow down here if you want to, but I'm going to put it up here. And I'm just going to grab... I was just going to grab a mini glue dot, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of my glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit on, and then I'm just going to sit my bow. Up there, just hold it into place. I do like the little mini glue dots. I'm just looking for my mini glue dots, but I think they're away at the moment. So you can leave it like that, or you can just come in and put a black on the back if you wanted to, or you can come in and put another green on the black back It just depends if you want to decorate both sides of your box. So if you wanted to decorate this side too, you can. So they're decorated on both sides. So you could do a cat on this side if you wanted to, and a monster on this side. So let's decorate up this side. So let's say this is going to be a bit of a cat. You can come in with your cat. I like to do like a bit of an oval. So I've got this little 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 oval that it's been around. Oh, we've had this for such a long time. And I don't know if I want a green or a white nose. I'm not sure. You can always colour it if you want a bit different colour. So I'm just going to grab this because I started doing this before, and I'm just going to, and you're going to think, oh, how are you going to glue that on? It is awkward to glue this on, okay, because it will come through. So how do you do it? I'm just going to use a little bit of my tear tape. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some tear tape. Okay, come around to find it. And I'm going to put this right down in the bottom here. Just make sure that you trim that bit off because we don't want that bit on. Grab that bone folder and give it a really good rub down because that makes it really stick. Peel that off, and then you can put this piece on. You can even lift it and do it. Okay, so now we just want to cut this little bit a bit. I cut this a little bit. Just follow the pattern of the die. It's not hard. Okay, so now we've got our little bit on there. And then you can sort of have a look at our nose for our cat. So when you're looking at this, you're sort of thinking, what do I want to put on this? Do I want to do it all in white? Do I want to do it in black? But I'm going to keep it black and white today. So I'm just going to grab my little Stampin' Right marker, and I'm just going to come around and draw a little nose in here, a little black one, and I'm just going to draw a little line coming down here, and then you can bring in the mouth however you want to bring in the mouth. If you're not sure that you can do it straight, I'll give you a little tip. Grab your little oval, okay, the other side of your oval, the inside of the oval that you've punched out. Hold that on there. This is a great little gold nugget too. And then you can just do your mouth along that. Okay, so that's just a little tip, but it's a good little tip. Now you can draw whiskers in if you want to. That's entirely up to you. So we can bring this in. It could be a bear, it could be a cat. Who knows, it looks a bit more like a bear at the moment, but that's okay. Then you want to also do some little ears. So you might want to grab your black one here and put it on here. Grab that marker again, or a pencil even, whichever way you want to go. And around like that. You can colour them in pink. Bring a little bit of pinky colour into them. you'll shape them up to how you want to do them. Okay, so okay, so you're just going to now cut these around, just cut under that pencil mark so you don't see the pencil mark, and then just trim them off. And you can see then that you can put these into the ears here. I think it's starting to look more like a bear, but that's okay. And bring this one in up here and glue that one in. Don't forget to round your corners off a little bit on these. Okay, glue these in. You can add some black on them. You can do as much as you want. But I'm just wanting to share with you all the pieces that you've got in here that you can actually just come through and use them again and again and again for all different types of things. We used to do a lot of punch art years ago. We used to do punch art books, and oh my God, this reminds me of that a little bit. Okay, didn't want all that glue on there, so I'm just going to wipe some off. Okay, so bring that over there a little bit. And then you've got different eyes. You've got different size eyes, so different colour eyes. Well, leave our nose there. So we've got different size blacks, different size, like there's little ones, there's bigger bubbles, there's all sorts of ones. So you can bring in, I think it's going to be a happy bear, this one. More so than a cat, but that's okay. But you can come in and you can highlight around the ear a little bit with the black. Okay, so you can come in and do a little bit of your black in around the ear. And if you wanted to do a cat, you could do your whiskers on there as well. Okay, let's put our eyes on. Now we've even got smaller white, if you want to put white in the middle. Okay. Also, if you put different nose on him, he will look different again. Okay, so if you take that off and you put this on his nose, he's going to look different again. Okay, so it just depends what you want to add for your nose. I just like drawing in a little bit of a nose, but you can do whatever you want. Yeah, he looks more like a bear than a cat, but that's okay. And if you wanted to add the little bits of white in there, you could. You could still add some little bits of white into there if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So this one is like a bear on one side and a monster on the other side. Okay, so once again, you can make them all the same. Have fun decorating them up to whatever you want, because you can make all sorts of things depending whether you put whiskers on them, whether you don't put whiskers on them, whether you put ribbon on them, whether you don't put ribbon on them. There's all different ways that you can do it. And you can even still put a bow in over on this side or on that side if you want to. The idea of this class today was mainly to show you how to make the box. So, hi Gloria. So you can sort of see he's a gorgeous little monster. He's got a cute little box where you can put your Halloween things in, but you might have, okay, a bear on the other side or a cat on the other side, or a person or whoever you want to do. So, or you can have a mama monster and a dada monster on the other side. I hope you enjoyed the little box pattern anyhow, and I hope it gave you a creative idea to do something a little bit different with your dies and from your poisons and spells bundle. So I will see you over on my technique class at 3 o'clock. So I hope you enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. God bless you all, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye for now.